So you watch porn and your girl does not know. You basically live two lives. You live a life in the shadows, okay, in the dark. In your room, in your bedroom, in the dark. You touch the little PP, open up the incognito tab, okay, and you feel disgusted, you feel ashamed, okay. But then there's other version of you where you go up to your girl, you go up to your woman, your relationship, and you just put on this fucking the fakest mask you could possibly put on, just pretending like everything's fine, pretending like there's nothing, there's nothing behind the scenes. No, I'm not struggling with anything. Yeah. That was me too. That's exactly me. Okay, and I'm gonna tell you right now is that women have such a strong intuition. Speaking from experience, women have such a strong intuition. She knows what's going on. She knows something is up. She knows that something is off with you. Okay, she feels it in her body. That's what intuition is. You feel something in your body. Something feels wrong, but it's not connecting in your brain. You just haven't connected it together yet. Okay, and let me tell you, when she finally does, which she will, it's over. Your relationship is over. It's not something you just simply just talk about and get through. Just have an argument and then work through it. Fuck no. It's literally going to do irreversible damage. Irreversible damage to your relationship. Right? You might not ever get back with this woman ever again. And you're probably wondering, well, how do I know? Well, let me tell you a story, okay? The girl that I was with, she literally grew up in the trenches, okay? She grew up like in the hood, like somewhere in Texas or something. I don't know. She moved around a lot. And throughout her life, she was literally she was abused at times. She was abandoned by some of her family. She lost one of her best friends to drugs. I'm not going to get too much into details, but just to put this in perspective, she grew up like a horrible life. Like she literally got beat up in her hometown, just walking down the street. She got beat up as a fucking kid. Okay. And then she was in a relationship with me, and when she found out the truth about me, when she found out the things that I was hiding from her, she looked me in the eyes and she said, "This is the worst pain I've ever gone through in my life." Which I think says enough about the real damage that hiding porn from your woman really does. Because if she finds out, it's not just gonna be something so simple you just work through, talk it out. Fuck no, bro. Like, you need to accept reality. You need to fucking wake up and see the real truth about what's really going to happen. Okay, and after 4 years of her literally loving, she loved me. She trusted me. She literally looked up to me, and now she looks at me and she says things like this. She says, "I don't feel safe around you anymore." She says, I'm not proud of being around you. I don't feel proud to be around you like I used to. So I hope that puts it into perspective that this isn't something you can just come back from unless you face it now. Okay? Because the truth is, if you take the right steps now, you can literally prevent this situation from happening. Okay, so ask yourself right now, do you love this woman? And if you do, think about this. How would you feel if she decided she could never trust you again, okay, with anything? And she decides to walk away because everything she thought that you were, everything she thought the relationship was, ended up being entirely fake. How would you feel having to accept that? So, bro, make the choice now. Do you want that to happen? Do you want to wait around and just wait for that reality to come true? Or do you want to do everything you fucking can now to prevent that? Okay? If you're not willing to do what it takes, then you can just click off the video and, you can just wait around until she gets that gut feeling, and she ends up walking in on you or checking your history or something like that, and then you're fucked. Okay, so if that's what you want, go ahead, click off the video, wait for that to happen. Or if you're fucking serious about this woman, if you're serious about this relationship and making this work, then take these exact steps right now, okay? Because if you follow along right now, I will make sure, okay, we will make sure together that this never happens to you. This never becomes a reality. Because the truth is, there's something you could do now. There's so many things you could do now. There's an exact process of things for you to do now to save yourself before it's too late, okay? So the first thing that you need to do is understand the difference between her finding out herself versus you telling her the truth. So what exactly is the difference? Think about this, okay? I'll tell you from my experience, when you wait for her to find out, which is exactly what happened to me. She came over, we were hanging out, and I went downstairs to make some food, and she had this gut feeling like something's off. And she's always had this gut feeling. She just never acted on it. She never knew. She thought I could be cheating. She would call me sometimes and be like, "What are you doing? Like, are you up to something?" And this one time, she finally was like, "I need to just, like, something is up and I need to find it." So she went on my computer, typed in my history, looked up in my history, and she found this video. It was just one little video, like, sitting in somehow. I forgot to delete it. I forgot to hide it, right? Because I was an idiot. So I forgot to hide it. And she found it. And I came, and she just was shaking. She was like, "Oh my gosh." Because I told her throughout the whole relationship, I said, "I'll never do anything like that. I'm done with that. I used to do it long ago, but I don't do that anymore." So when she had to find out herself, it crushed her whole reality. It crushed everything she knew, everything she thought of me, everything she adored in me basically crumbled. Okay. All the moments of trust that we built over the last 4 years crumbled. It's like everything we worked for meant nothing in that exact moment. Okay. So I'm sure you can imagine, how is she ever going to trust me ever again after that? Right? I was willing to lie throughout the whole 4 years. I was willing to lie to her face, pretend like it wasn't an issue. And then when she found out, what is she just gonna believe me when I say I won't do it again? Or how does that make sense? Doesn't. She's not going to trust me. She's not going to believe what I say. And that's because I let her find out herself. Okay? She finds out herself. It's like now she has to question so many things. Like, was he ever going to tell me? That's the first thing that's going to come to mind. Was he ever going to tell me? And two, was he ever going to fix it? Right? Because I'm telling her now, like, oh yeah, I wanted to fix it. I was struggling. Right? But what do my words mean to her now at this point? Nothing. So she has to question so many things. Anything I could say, I could come up with anything to say. Right? And is she going to believe it? No. There's nothing I can say. There's no words I can craft. There's no words I can put together to spit out of my mouth that will make her trust me again. There's nothing you can do except take years of probably consistent action, showing her proof and trying to rebuild trust. But you could just avoid that situation entirely, and you could just tell her the truth, right? It's probably mind-blowing, right? Like, oh my god, tell her the fucking truth. Oh my god, that's what I thought. I was like, yo, she can't know about this. She can't know about this. It's gonna ruin fucking everything. Well, stop being a fucking bitch, okay? Stop being a bitch, okay? Man the fuck up. Accept the truth. You need to tell her. It's time to tell her. Because what happens when you tell her? Now, she has something to lean on. She has something to trust. Imagine you sit her down and you tell her the fucking truth. Like a man, like you're supposed to do. Okay? When you slip up, you make a mistake as a man, you own up to it. Okay? And that's what creates trust in a relationship. That's what a woman wants to see. She wants to see that you are a man of your word. If you make a mistake, you can own up to it, you can admit to it, and you can change it. Okay? It's one of the most important things in a relationship for the man, for the masculine, is to have integrity. Okay, integrity, something you can trust. Okay, if this woman is deciding, okay, I want to be with this person like for the rest of my life, I want to lean on this person, I want them to be reliable, I want to trust them. How are they going to do that if you can't have integrity and own up to the fucking truth, right? So see the difference. Do you see how much it makes such a huge difference when you go to her with this integrity, this boldness, with this honesty, and you say, this is what I am struggling with, and this, I'm going to make sure that this doesn't happen again. Okay, and you admit to the truth. Now she has something to lean on, she has something to fall back for. Okay, so all right, so step number 2 is to accept that it is time to do it. It is time to tell the truth. It's time to come out of the shadows, bro. Be a fucking man. It's time to do it. Okay, now I'm not saying that you do it just yet. You call her or something. You just tell her everything yet. No, because it's very important steps that you need to take before you tell her. Okay, the steps you need to take now. Literally, like as you're watching this video, this is exactly what you need to do: is pause the video, then do this. Write down all the secrets, all the details. Write down the truth. Okay, get your little notebook. Okay, get your little paper. Okay, you don't. It's not like you have to read it to the world. You can burn it after. You can rip it up after. But what's important is that you just come clean. Come clean to the truth, to yourself. Okay, and you can write it down and you can say it and you can read it out loud into the mirror alone or something. What's important is that you're just admitting to something. You're admitting to the truth, and you're done hiding it. It's done being in the shadows. It's done being pushed aside. So write down the secrets, the details. Think about this. Think about something you lied to her about, where you said, "Oh, I'm gonna go do this," but really you were looking up something on your phone in the bathroom, or you were in the other room looking something up, or she asked you, "Oh, what have you been up to?" And you're like, "Oh, I was just reading or something." Like she texts you, she's like, "What's up? What are you up to?" And you say you're reading, but really you've been watching some fucking horror online for the last 2 hours. Something like that. Okay, think about all these details, these scenarios, right? The type of videos you watch, the type of things you're into. How do you spend your time? How do you spend your attention on? Okay, write down the truth and accept it. Just look at it and just accept it. Like, this is what I lied about. Admit to yourself, this is what I lied about to this woman. This is what I've watched on my free time and kept from her. And this is the truth. This is the reality. Accept it. Write it down. Okay, so after you've written down the truth, you've admitted to the truth, the next thing you need to do, step number 4, is quit now. Okay, there are actions you can take literally right now, and you can just quit overnight. Like, I know you've probably tried to quit overnight, and you might think, "Oh, it's not that easy." But if you take the right steps, it is. And I guarantee you haven't taken these steps, because if you did, then you would have been done with it. Okay, so the first thing you need to do is what we already went over, is write down the truth. Then after that, you want to take these exact steps right now. The first thing is look up Patrick Carnes. Okay, learn about this guy. He teaches about sexual addiction and how to overcome it. So you can read through his website. You can read through anything. Watch his videos. Okay, just start really applying yourself. Start learning about this addiction and how to overcome it. And he wrote this book called Out of the Shadows. Okay, and don't tell anyone, but I'm going to link the free book down below. So if you're serious, click the link down below and read this book. Just set aside a few hours. Just read the book. Okay, if you're serious about saving this relationship, then just fucking do it. Okay, do it. Click the link down below. Download the book. Read through it. Set aside a night. Just stay up and lose a little bit of sleep. All right, stop being a bitch and make excuses. Making excuses. Stop doing that. Okay. The next thing is go to school.com. Go to discover communities and join porn addiction communities. Okay, there's so many free communities out there. Okay, it doesn't have to be on school. It could be on Reddit. It could be on anything. Start joining communities. Start joining groups. Start talking to people who are also struggling with this. You can find yourself an accountability partner online. See, this is the group I'm in. just join it and just make a post or comment on someone's post and say, yo, can you be my accountability partner? Share your story, ask for help. There's people out here that are willing to help. There's people out here that are willing to talk. Okay, you just need to put yourself out there and stop being in the fucking shadows. Stop hiding in your room in the dark like a bitch. And just come clean and just start talking to people, bro. When you isolate yourself away from the world, when you isolate yourself away from people, it feels like no one's really there for you. But there's so many people there for you. And when you isolate yourself, you're just fueling the fucking addiction. That's what the addiction needs to thrive. It's isolation. Okay? So start admitting to the truth. Start connecting with people. Okay? Find an accountability partner. Make a little bit of money and invest into a paid group. This guy, see, it's $50 a month. He's gonna help you one-on-one. He'll probably talk to you, probably get on a call with you or something, ask you what's the fuck's going on, and help you through the process. Okay? If you're serious about this, start taking the actions that are necessary to take. Okay? You quit overnight, just like I did. Okay? Just start applying yourself. And I'm a little bit mad. I'm a little bit irritated right now because I'm basically talking to myself. Like, I'm telling myself what the fuck to do. Like, myself from a year ago, or even just 6 months ago. Okay, it's been like almost 6 months away from all this stuff. So even myself, not even that long ago, wasn't doing these things, and look where it got him. Okay, so I'm just mad. I'm fucking talking to myself because, like, if you're in the same position that I was in, and this is what you need to do, bro. It's what you need to do. You need to take the actions you can now. And if you don't, you're going to regret it. You're going to lose this person in your life that you care about. Okay? She's never going to trust you again. She's not going to ever believe you that you care about her, because she's going to be like, well, look what you did. How could you care about me when you did this? Okay? So do it now before it's too late. You can save your relationship. And step number 5 is prepare and tell her. Okay? There is an exact way to tell her, which is why I've broken down the exact step-by-step process, which I won't go over in this video. So you can go down and click the link down below, and I will walk you through exactly how to tell your woman in a way that builds trust, reinforces trust, and doesn't completely take it away. Okay, so if you want to learn about that, click the link down below, and click the other link too if you want direct help one-on-one with me. Like, I'll help you through this whole entire process. We'll make sure that your woman stays in your life. Okay, I'll tell you how to come clean. I'll tell you how to quit your addiction. We'll do it together, and we'll make sure that your woman doesn't want to leave you. Okay, so if you're interested in that, again, click the link down below, and if not, then it's okay. Just go ahead and subscribe, and I'll make way more videos just like this, and I'll be able to help you out in other ways. Okay, peace.